And we are getting the start tonight, launching the welcome everyone. A couple of teams inextricable against Monk.
Out of those, as the resident.
Won 9 of 11 under inside Looney. Murray for 3. Hield and Curry a little mixed up on the
free and actually wants him to smile more.
They have cooled off to 9.
They got an offense that's working. This guy
tough to win when you're not healthy. DeRozan, DeRozan really laid Payton in rhythm from little pick and pop. Good ball rotation. Wiggins for 3, and
sometimes people say there's a pressure to the movement.
He's covered per game and
efficiency up, and just leadership games. So they play each other hard.
Davis working against Sabonis.
It's not easy to play what is going to be
practice at the end of the year. Going to out to Murray,
finishing left, and they luckily got out.
Hield touches paint with the left.
That's ideal. That's what you want. It's now up 7 even. So you to just cut back door, take the easy layup
for the first time since
less minutes, and they try to get him back.
Backcourt defensively seen pristine ball movement on the pick and pop to Sabonis.
He looks like the point guard, right?
His off-ball skills a lot more. Behind the back, around the world, Sabonis off the elbow to Moody for 3. Here's Herter coming off the bench.
Because he's been playing the starters.
Sabonis gets it back for 3.
Confidence, and you mentioned him starting this year. That he can get on. He knows that he can challenge.
From the court to the practice court.
You play against Malik Monk, he's prone to kind of.
Can I tell you something, Bob? He's scared.
Guys like that, for sure.
Assists. Jackson Davis.
So is DeRozan.
Moody with a hot.
They're keeping this a good game, up 4.
Wiggins at the expiration. DeRozan with the stare downs for them. Schroeder, Wiggins. So that's the end of the first.
What challenges will that present as they look to score more?
Give you a lot of challenges with Sabonis
hitting threes. That's
Devin Carter, the rookie, out of Buddy Host from the Netherlands.
Expect that much from him, but that's the idea. Dangerous from 3.
Continues tomorrow night on TNT. These games go to NBA.com or eventually bring to them. And Kenny Mate,
it's a different game. There he is. It is rim protection. Can you protect the ideal big? It's hard because he does both very well.
The 3-point lead for the Warriors. De'Aaron Fox, interestingly enough, share the same brand of shoes.
He saw his teammate for a high percentage corner.
Hield slips the screen, drives it on Curry.
You feel like you're in a rivalry, Mark.
Yep, he's by Steph in the play.
That was one of the best performances of Mike Brown, and it was a
Santos for 3.
Just going to collect myself for of those from the 2-point field goal mark. Talk about Monk, DeRozan, and Fox.
Sacramento. Herter Green against Ellis. DeRozan comes into the ball game for Kevin Herter. DeRozan snakes the screen, anchors himself. Remember that.
That's a Kings team. They move the ball. I mean, that's
headlines recently. DeMar DeRozan of Doug Christie playing.
You forget. I mean, you can't expect any of the young players.
Got him up in the air.
Back to Monk, and you've seen him play.
Impactful. Something that 26 points per game. Santos to Wiggins in the corner.
Doug Christie said we want to get Fox. When Fox makes a quick decision like that, he's a hand.
And go behind the scenes all in one place. De'Aaron Fox actually accompanied in one of the drills. No kidding.
Yeah.
It's showtime. Oh, no bucket by Rule.
Yeah.
Hounded by Murray. Curry with the slot cut for the.
They're already better than everybody else. Success.
Well, that
I don't know. How do you want me to say it?
Not indeed. They blitz him out near mid. What a dime inside. Straight line drive on Curry with number.
I'd like to coach this.
Sticking around, the greatest to ever do it.
Pretty impressive there, and that he recognized.
Over to DeRozan, catch and shoot. Toss back to Schroeder, launches the 3. A layup off glass. Fox, Murray, catch and shoot. Wow, Steph Curry. Steph is here. Monk.
Awesome half that the Warriors got going.
Side Santos. Jackson. Hey, coming up on the halftime with Shanae Kendrick for the Warriors. He defers to DeRozan, walks into the 3.
I mean, he's kind of the fulcrum of their offense. Tempo, right? How many centers are due?
From the time that Mike Brown started here. For the Hield, a clean look, it'll count. Second quarter, their highest score. Good defense by Wiggins.
Potential. And that includes they've got to get healthy in order to make a run.
Yeah, and again, Mark, recently the 8-minute game. So let's see if they can, as the Warriors could play in that turnaround there.
Rosen has adjusted to the, if you know all about that, and DeMar having to deal with.
That's fascinating. I mean, he's authentic. He carries himself. And
Higgins put his chest on. All the way inside with well north of 40% as a rookie. Wow, Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis, the free throws. Nice offensive rebound. What a pass. Steve Kerr calls out the play from the Payton over and through. Healing. Hoping to be back. Missed the layup. Sabonis there. Wiggins, Jackson Davis. This little thrust.
That's right. I mean, awesome.
Offensive with the beam as the belt on, actually. Now double teamed. Got it off.
He's converting.
But he healed. Sprays it out to Murray. Brings it across. Left open for three. 13. Fox step back three. Tip virtue of their proficient.
Close the gap here, and the Warriors are just.
One more to Wiggins. He pulls. Field here. Checks into the office. Catch and shoot. That's almost from the baseline. Buddy. Wow. And says that he puts a jar in the. Out of that jar. Here's Schroeder from. Good rim risk. Schroeder on the blow by wrong hand. Pocket pass to Wiggins with the finger.
The last 20-something games, but tonight it looks.
Wiggins touches paint. Rosen comfortable. It's the Rook. Punished. He's got numbers. Sabonis.
Good swing here because they get a chance to cut it.
77% from the stripe this season. Elevates. Get 4 on the Steve Kerr. On the move. DeMar gathers. It's a real win.
This is you in a certain way. Guys that have options. 2012 when Iguodala showed up.
On the shot clock. Pulls. It'll count. The things that they do on the offensive end.
That home court, what will be key?
And the Kings have carried that over to the fourth quarter in the first half, and the Kings avalanche. But that guy with when he's out of the game.
Post stretching for Golden State.
Yeah, that leaves him with Trey
off the bounce. Lyles baseline.
To blame for some of that.
Okay.
I feel bad to reminisce a little bit. Was 2000.
He had a nice run with the EuroLeague. This is Ellis got post in the air.
Clay Curry had him beat. Murray stayed
with his trainer. His trainer made him watch some token half-court pressure from the elbow out to Hield for three.
It's double team. That's his job. Then you get rid of it.
Fox getting into a strong hand on the DH. 7. Moody catch and shoot. Hield again. Made the last. Out Ellis inside. Good steal by Santos. Monk launch. Sometimes not like there.
About 12 assists. He's just take
Ellis for the lead. Top. Not so much anymore.
Hung around, had a little lead. Now he's going to get their offense.
Morton launches a deep three.
I mean, he did it single-handedly.
Ellis.
Kings are taking full advantage.
Back out to Wiggins from
in this game where they're up 3.
Moody for the tie. Went right into Sabonis. Rosen turns the corner from 15. Santos on the pick and pop against Schroeder.
Shooting great from 3, Mark. They're 21.
Santos inside. Jackson Davis.
Get layups and we get to the free throw. And this is just you don't get to the line, but this guy.
Though Golden State hasn't had a lot of rim.
In a hostile environment, staying there and put it. Well, he's
at the free throw line. Talked about his Sacramento at Domas, Spain at the NBA Players Association.
And then the Kings lost to the Warriors.
And it's paying off. Wiggins trying to pay up to a wide open DeRozan. Draped all over Curry. Moved down on the pump fakes. Malik over Wiggins.
It's a bonus high screening roll. Has been staying down on the pump fake, but here we
NBA. 2 on the clock. He pulls. Recently. Fox at the free. And third in total drop. If he were with the in and out, goes up.
Finish in the clutch moment. You got DeRozan.
Re-signed with the Kings as a free. And he's
yes, sir.
Continues to play out. There's down post with a long 2. It's a 2-possession game. Good defense by Rosen. Moody over Sabonis.
Let's play it out here.
They hit Sabonis. Malik inside. Got a whistle and a foul.
And a guy like Kuminga missing a bet was huge there, and then they just closed it out with the line that much.
Consecutive games beginning tomorrow. Interim head coach and former Sac of assists. But
I want this group to maximize its potential. and that includes they've got to survive without 4 guys tonight, and they've got to get healthy in order to make a run.
Time extremely sustainable.
Yeah, and again, Mark, recently, but this is a 48-minute game. So let's see if they can last 11. But that's about as good as the Warriors could play in that. He's so comfortable getting to that free throw line, that turnaround there.
Great escape on how DeMar DeRozan has adjusted to the Fires. Bob, you're a California native, you know all about that, and DeMar having to deal with a 16-year career.
That's fascinating. I mean, he doesn't like it. Right. And it's because the way he's authentic, he carries himself and just
sprays it out to DeRozan, working against Wiggins. Put his chest on.
DeRozan doesn't love the call.
Corner Murray driving the closeout on Curry. All the way inside to the Keegan Murray that shot well north of 40% as a rookie.
And so it is the defense they need out of him.
Wow, Jackson Davis against Sabonis. Jackson Davis, the free throw leading the season between the Kings and the Warriors. It's on the lift. Nice offensive rebound. What a pass.
Dish to Sabonis.
Steve Kerr calls out the play from the it goes to Payton. Payton over and through. Still healing. Hoping to be back. Murray on the drive. Missed the layup. Sabonis there. That's tops in the NBA. Wiggins, Jackson Davis. Well, the Warriors have answered this little thrust.
Guy or gal. Who knows who it was, right? I mean, awesome.
Big hand in its infancy with the beam.
They let you do that.
I put a seatbelt on, actually. Bring it across, guarded by Hield. Found a little bit of space. Now double teamed, got it off.
And forcing it, but he's converting.
But he Hield more to Sabonis inside. Sprays it out to Murray. As Payton II, who got the start tonight, brings it across. Moody for Steve Kerr. Payton left open for 3. Lead us back to 13. Fox step back 3. Control this one from pretty much the opening tip. Virtue of their proficient.
Feel the Kings trying to close the gap here, and the Warriors are just
over to Hield. One more to Wiggins. He pulls. Rosen gonna walk down Buddy Hield here. Checks into the off bonus with the left hand. Back out to Ellis. Catch and shoot. That's all. And Steph Curry, a lot of bodies post from the baseline. Buddy
over the screen. And finally the turnover. Wow.
And spoke to an opposing coach who says that he puts a jar in the. A lot of good dinners coming out of that jar. Here's Schroeder from its Monk. Good rim Schroeder. Schroeder on the blow by. Out to Fox, got to a strong hand. Pocket pass to Wiggins with the finger.
The Warriors have struggled offensively in the last 20-something games, but tonight it looks.
Wiggins touches paint. Rosen comfortable. Get it down to 7. Bonus working against the Rook. Punished. Kings got numbers. Sabonis.
And now this last minute 40 mark, this could swing here because they got a chance to cut it.
Kings, Domas shooting 77% from the stripe this season. LSU at number 5. Lyles elevates. Going to the free throw line to make it 4 on the Steve Kerr. DeRozan on the move. DeMar. Downhill. Gathers. General Manager Wes Wilcox. It's a real win.
I said this legitimizes you in a certain way. Guys that have options, of course, choose what. Nobody was choosing the Warriors 2012 when Iguodala showed up.
Hield. 9 on the shot clock. So with a little bit of time. Pulls. It'll count.
Physicality is there. We're going to live with some of the things that they do on the offensive end.
As you guys enter the 4th quarter and look to protect home court, what will be key?
Venom shifting there in the 3rd, and the Kings have carried that over to the 4th. The physicality that's too easy for the Warriors in the first half, and the Kings could become an avalanche. But that guy with the 4th, they got to hold the line when he's out of the game.
Oh, stretching. He started the contest tonight for Golden State.
Yeah, that leaves him with Trey.
Guarding Lyles right now off the bounce. Lyles baselining
big. He hasn't had it. I probably to blame for some of that.
Okay.
I feel bad. You know, the closest we had to reminisce a little bit was 2000 forgotten men in that championship run.
Yeah, Belly had a nice run with the War. He played his final year in the EuroLeague. Just his Monk on the fly. Ellis got post in the air.
Curry on the other side, staying with the play. Curry had him beat. Murray stayed.
After his rookie season, Keegan Murray got with his trainer. His trainer made him watch the lead. Curry will bring it up against some token half-court pressure. Post from the elbow out to Hield for three.
Scoring numbers, like you said, Mark, but when Curry gets double-teamed, that's his job. Then you get rid of it. Still.
Fox getting into a strong hand on the DA to 6 points. Cross, shot clock at 7. Moody catch and shoot.
Type of attention, it gets Moody a corner three.
Hield again, made the last. Out of the timeout, Ellis inside. Good steal. Santos comes off the handoff. Monk launch at court, Bob. Whenever there's a ball screen, sometimes not, like there.
Again, Curry, what season high we talked about, 12 assists. He's just take.
Ellis for the lead. Timeout. Santos out top. It appeared at the moment. Not so much anymore.
First 4.5 of the quarter, and the Warriors hung around, had a little lead. Now he's going to either for the Warriors. So where are they going to get their offense?
5 on the shot clock for DeRozan. Launches a deep three.
We're going to get it back in this game, and he did it single-handedly.
Ellis.
Curry on the bench. A dangerous time, and the Kings are taking full advantage.
Santos inside. Back out to Wiggins from
plus 23 in this game where they're up 3.
3-point deficit for the Warriors. Moody for the tie. Wiggins off the ball screen. Went right into Sabonis. He's got 22. DeRozan turns the corner from 15. Santos on the pick and pop. Timeout. Monk tipped it loose. Got it back against Schroeder.
Warriors are shooting great from 3, Mark. They're 21 on the road against a good Kings team.
Santos inside. Jackson Davis.
Chris told us before the game, Mark, he said, we got to get layups and we got to get to the free throw line. This is just hard to win. You turn the ball over that much, you don't get to the line. But this guy, Christie.
Bob, you were there. Historically, though, Golden State hasn't had a lot of rim.
Great job of just, in a hostile environment, staying there.
On that Sabonis foray to the bucket.
Well, he's pretty clear.
Sabonis at the free throw line talked about his assiduously, whether it be here in Sacramento at Domases or over in Spain at the NBA Players Association.
You're not for me. I don't want to work out with you. And then the Kings lost to the Warriors now.
And it's paying off. Wiggins trying to pay up. Monk steps through to a wide open DeRozan. Wiggins. Murray is draped all over Curry. Moody nicely stayed down on the pump fakes. To Monk with 6 on the shot clock. Malik over Wiggins.
Where you'd like to see. Get back to the basics of the Sabonis high screen and roll. Can do it, but it's not easy. And Santos has been staying down on the pump fake, but here we
time field goal getters in the NBA. DeRozan switches on to Wiggins. 2 on the clock. He pulls. It's going to turn, and it has recently. Fox at the free points per game on drives, and 3rd in total drive. If he were Sacramento can take the lead. Monk with the in and out. Goes up.
The thing, they've got this guy Monk that can finish in the clutch moment. You got DeRozan
the first. Re-signed with the Kings as a free. Fox sprinting. And he's back. We've seen him make a bunch of those too, by the way.
Yes, sir.
Miami Heat as that saga continues to play out. On the sticks. Stares down post with a long 2. Work quickly here. It's a 2-possession game. Good defense by 3. Good closeout by DeRozan. Moody over Sabonis.
Don't have to foul. Let's play it out here.
They hit Sabonis. Malik inside. Ended the night for the Warriors. Got a whistle and a foul.
And again, the Warriors missing a guy like Kuminga. Missing a let go of the rope. They stayed in that 3rd quarter. DeRozan was huge there, and then they just closed it out with that gives you such a huge advantage when you can get to the line that much.
The road for 6 consecutive games beginning tomorrow. 3 to 117. 1-2 under interim head coach and former Sacramento points to go along with 12 assists. But